40-year-old Tamawashi has become the latest fighter to leave the tour. His absence note citing lumbar spondylosis and acute lower back pain is a key pillar of his strength finally crumbling away. He's still never officially missed a match day, by the way, and there's no suggestion he will miss a single day of the upcoming meet. The Aomori tour leg from which he withdrew pulled in 3,800 fans, despite the absence of home hero Takeru Fuji. Onosato dutifully took the lead, lending his chest to local kids, and to good friend Shirokuma, called up as Tamawashi's replacement. "I'm not even Aomori born, and yet the folks here back me to the hilt, so I'll do my best to repay them," said the junior Yokozuna. "I'll reflect on my July mistakes to try and ensure it's all smiles come the end of September," he added. There is a reason why Aomori loves him so much. It's because his ring name derives from perhaps the prefecture's most famous sumo son, the 1920s Ozeki Onosato. The previous night had seen the Yokozuna and his master attend a promotion party in the original's hometown of Fujisaki Machi, along with 150 guests. The neighborhood Sato confectioners, with 100 years of business behind it, modified the packaging of its signature product, named after the first Onosato, with a drawing of the current one. Its chairman, Yuya Sato, said, "I hope, just like his predecessor, he comes to be called a sumo god." The focus of the party in response said, "I'd like to thank you all for sending me that apron bearing your town's famous Fuji apple last year. That helped spur me on to more success. I hope your local economy and your local children continue to blossom healthily. I aim to convert the power you give me into September success." Sato will also relish leading the tour through both his hometown and his high school's prefecture in the coming days. Back on the Aomori dohyo, Ozeki hopeful Wakatakakage went 5-4 over Hiradoumi, Atami Fuji, and, it seems, others, displaying his trademark rope region resistance and telling shoves from down low. "It's about sticking to my shape no matter who the foe is," he told the news outlets later. "Promotion may be on the table this time, but the general routine doesn't change. I'll be training the same as normal." Renowned for piling up the bouts in his stable practice sessions, he added, "I'll have to up the bout count a bit as this tour goes on, and I'll be trying to maintain my weight amid the summer heat." Interestingly, Hiradoumi, when appearing on Toyonoshima's YouTube this week, cited last year's July defeat to Wakatakakage as one of his most memorable bouts. "I can't recall ever being beaten so badly," he said, and seemingly opted to train more with Takakage after that event. Takakage leads Hirado 5-0 in competitive bouts. Shirokuma, by the way, spoke to Hochi Sports after going 2-2 in Aomori practice bouts, notably beating Kusano by force out. "I wanted to fight a few more today," the Fukushima man admitted. "I'm grateful for Onosato choosing to lend me his chest. Now I'm gunning for my first winning score in 4 meets. He'll get some goosebumps in Fukushima City on Friday, I'm sure." Meanwhile, second-tier newcomer Nishinoryu says his next aim is to overtake Father Tsunenoyama's top rank of Maegashira 12. Sankei Sports has revealed a little more of his backstory. He initially took up track and field to strengthen his lower body on the advice of his dad, but his own passion for sumo won out, and he talked his parents into letting him transfer to Saitama Sakai Junior High. He must have been persuasive, for he had no real sumo experience at that point. Nevertheless, he survived junior high and the elite Sakai High School environment for 4.5 years altogether, and nearly 7 years on from that, makes his salaried sumo bow, seemingly the 43rd Sakai grad to do so. His ring name derives from a previous Nishinoryu born in his father's hometown of Tanegashima, and who would later become the second Nishinomi of Yokozuna fame. The present Nishinoryu describes himself as neither the biggest nor the most skillful, but someone who fights with bags of spirit. A nod to the iron will of his sumo lightweight father, which enraptured him when watching his bouts. His first ceremonial apron will be that donated to the former Daizen by his father's late friend Mitsuhara Misawa, former chairman and star of the Noah Professional Wrestling Association. And he's recently honed an outside right-led belt attack in response to left shoulder trouble last year. Elsewhere, the former Amuru, Russian star of Onomatsu stable, has been released without charge following his arrest last month over a bizarre karaoke shop incident on April 5th. And the ex-Terutsuyoshi has been arrested this week over a forged car parking permit in the name of someone deceased, and has confessed to this offence. You may recall that the ex-coach Tokitsukaze was arrested and charged with a similar offence in February of this year. The two men are indeed golfing and mahjong buddies, and police are investigating if the one encouraged the other. Both arrests were made after tip-offs from local residents, who'd have to be unnaturally focused on the misdeeds in question. Tsuyoshi's new Sumo Land business seems to have started well. His business partner, the ex-Chiyotairyu, who tore into numerous sumo figures on the Takadoriki channel just prior to ex-Tokitsukaze's arrest, will presumably hold the fort for now. Finally, the ex-Takanohana turned 53 on August the 12th. Next month marks 7 years since he quit the pro sumo fold. But apart from some tongue-in-cheek TV commercials, he rarely makes an impression outside of his own Instagram. A reminder of just how hard Hakuho will have to work to retain his sumo relevance, though I'd still back him in that quest.